The two easiest pits to step on in tea packaging design help us effectively avoid it in the future. The first pit is called individualistic neglect. It probably wasn't much before, because that's what most gift teas do. In order to add added value or personality and high-level sense of superposition, blind pursuit of exaggeration in the selection of packaging materials. But once it comes to transportation and storage, the losses caused are often not a little bit. Sometimes, not only the loss of goods, but also the impression caused to customers is very bad. I believe that many tea companies have stepped on this pit. But now consumers' environmental awareness and practical awareness have been very high. There is no need to overlay packaging materials and blindly pursue a sense of advance. Practical is the trend, especially this year. The new packaging law will be officially implemented. The number of packaging layers and the porosity of the packaging are clearly specified inside in order to give the previous tea enterprises a good buffer. The new packaging law has been in transition for 2 years. But in the past 2 years, there are still many tea companies still throwing money into this pit. If there is still stock, deal with it as quickly as possible to avoid unnecessary trouble after the official implementation. In the future, environmental protection and practicality must be the trend of tea packaging. The second pit. It is called not in line with consumer psychology and usage habits. A successful packaging design depends on whether it meets the needs and aesthetic expectations of target consumers. Otherwise, it will be difficult to achieve the desired results in the market. Consumer groups of different age groups will have great differences in their aesthetic psychology and visual preferences. For example, the younger generation of consumer groups are more inclined to simple, trendy, and technological designs. Middle-aged people are more likely to prefer classic and elegant design styles. For example, a brand of natural green tea that claims to restore youthful vitality. But the packaging design is too simple and elegant. If the young aesthetic of the target group does not match, it will be difficult to trigger their purchasing desire and brand recognition. Therefore, facing different consumer groups, different packaging designs are required to meet consumer demand. In different consumption scenarios, consumers' needs and habits for packaging are also different. Example, under social demand, consumers are more looking forward to the gift of packaging and the ritual experience of opening. The simplicity and convenience of packaging for consumers in outdoor settings and the demand to look better than taking pictures will be stronger. In the household scenario, consumers demand the storage and secondary use value of packaging more. Similarly, if the packaging design cannot take into account the needs of different use cases, it also affects consumer experience and satisfaction. This requires us to deeply investigate the psychological needs and usage scenarios of different groups before doing packaging design.